What is causing the sudden uptick in cancer rates? Hello, this is ChartGPT today. And taking a look at this recent report coming out that we see on several of the media websites about the uptick in cancer rates, which is alarming. A lot of scientists, a lot of people think they know, a lot of people are making some causations, etc., etc., etc. First off, here's from the WHO, where the most common cancers, and breast cancer is the leading one by far, mostly in the Americas and Africa, Australia, India. Interesting that tend to be high. Prostate cancers is heavy down in South America, and the rest of them are kind of going along. Lung cancer, I guess, in China because of all the smoking. I guess they tend to smoke a lot, so that could be an interesting thing there for those folks to consider. Here's kind of another chart about the incidence versus mortality. And even though there's a lot of incidence of breast cancer, a lot of modern medicine has managed to do better with that, as well as some of the others. So that's quite interesting as well. But the thing is, this is kind of thing with this, what they call this uptick from 2010 to 2019 in excess deaths, and obviously they went up over for COVID. Some of it was COVID related in terms of the virus itself, but some people are charging there's something else going on as well. And there's been a lot of articles on the internet on that, and we do have to be careful on one hand not to make causations that aren't necessarily true. On the other hand, there's been a lot of ignoring of the truth, so there has to be a good balance on that. We asked the AI what are some of the leading causes of increase in cancer rates, and how can it be influenced by the different factors. Demographic changes. I mean, we've had massive demographic changes going on in the world over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, both in Europe and the United States. Environmental factors, what's going on with our food supply, lifestyle choices, and of course that can include all the lockdowns that we've had over the last 2, 3, 4 years, and how that affects people's lifestyles, and etc., etc. Genetic predisposition, screening and diagnostic practices. A lot of we were so focused on COVID, nobody's bothered to do some of the screening. Medical advances, of course, sometimes those medical advances can be positive and negative, and of course that gets into the vaccine situation. We're not going to weigh in on that particular item. There's a lot of people who already know more than we do for sure, but it's just come to the things that you have to consider. Exposure to infectious agents, of course that was the COVID-19. And social economic factors. The economy is hitting hard on for the lower end of the socioeconomic scales, and that's got to have an effect. So all these need to be considered, and just can't point to one thing and say, that's it, though that doesn't mean you ignore it either. Here's some of the cancer rates in people under 50. This is what they're kind of going on about. Now, there's two things on this. One is they have been ticking up, but they're not going off the charts. What they're looking at is the potential estimates are going to go off the charts, or according to their estimates. You have to always be careful about that. But if you look at the chart, it's pretty flat-lined here over the last decade. So the issue is really going forward here after 2020, and that's what's making people alarmed. And of course, they've had the different female and male, and you can see the different dispersions of the potential rise over the next few years here. So that's an interesting thing. In any case, read that AI, and it'll give you more details on those, what the influencing factors are for the uptick in cancer rates. And take our online poll. Is the uptick in long-term cancer rates something the government should begin to address more significantly? Are we ignoring it? Don't want to do that either, so we need to drill into that more. And I know there's a lot of people doing that, but we need the government officials to stop hiding behind all these theories or non-theories and get busy and try to figure some of this stuff out. Follow the post link in the description box to take that poll. Now don't forget to subscribe.